Is the flat earth debate stupid? I think it kind of is. Do you realize that these idiots do not have any knowledge of the heliocentric model? And they come into chat rooms and they say, Earth is not flat. Are you stupid? That's what they say, even though they don't know anything about it. Watch. You want to win a flat earth debate? You say this. What prediction can you make with the heliocentric model? That's it. It's nothing. It is zero. These clowns cannot predict when the sun will be on their longitude. That means when it's noon at their physical location, their watch is going to say 2:30. Okay? They can't predict eclipses with the heliocentric model. You can't predict, there's nothing. There's not one thing. You can't even predict noon. You can't predict one thing. Okay? So when I go into these flat earth chat rooms and I see people arguing about whether the Earth is flat. Do the stars go in a different direction in the south? Bro, you've never been to the south, so just stop. Just stop. What prediction can you make? Okay, that's all you got to say. All right, get the hamster wheels turning, so that these people can realize how ignorant they really are. Because it's literally like a bad joke, like, oh, flat Earth is stupid, but I don't have a reason. I don't have any type of evidence. I don't have any type of proof that the earth is not flat. I look outside my door and it's flat. What? You can't prove that the earth is flat. Yeah, I can. Put a level on your yard. Is it flat? Is it level? Okay, great. Now it's your turn. Okay, here's a fake picture. All right, we're done here. We're done. That's a fake picture. That means I put the level on my yard. And now you've got a fake picture. That means I've got evidence. You've got zero evidence. Like these people are so dumb. It's mind boggling. It's mind boggling. Some of us have always known. Some of us have always felt it. We didn't need to find out that the earth was flat. We knew that people were using us at every moment. We used that. We knew that when we were sitting in class wasting our time, the whole time we were just like, oh, I want to get out of here. And then by the time we graduate, we have zero skills. You know, oh, you can flip hamburgers because you're an educated American in the modern world. You're so educated that you can flip a hamburger. Wow, that's good job training. You literally do not think anything could be wrong when people spend 12,000 plus hours in school and don't end up knowing how to build computers or fix cars. You kidding me? Like, really? My opinion is that every 8-year old ought to know how to repair circuit boards and everything else, not just stopping there, everything else. Every child ought to know how the air conditioning system works. Every child ought to at least understand all the theories behind all these basic devices that we use, these basic tools. People should know things, and yet they don't know anything. It's the funniest thing that people need to know that the earth is flat in order to wake up. Like, are you kidding me? Xbox and PlayStation are the same device. Do you play video games? Then you know that you're being conspired against. Have you ever gotten a game that wasn't as good as the first one? You know, you get the whatever Sims 2, not as good as the Sims 1. How is that possible? Or how about Red Dead Redemption 2? Oh my gosh. I have had this game for 1 month. I hate it so completely. I fucking hate this goddamn game. Like, wow. I feel like the people that made this game should be physically punished. Tortured, maybe. Whatever. I paid for it. So where's the product that I paid for? All I ended up with it was a shitty game. It doesn't fulfill any of the desires that any gamer has. None of them. Like every action that you take really just digs you further deeper into a hole. You rob a train, you owe more in bounty. Even if, okay, so no one caught you. You were wearing a mask the whole time. You killed everybody on the train, and yet somehow you got a $500 bounty. Meanwhile, the entire take from the train is 200. Oh, that's because you don't know. No, it's because the mechanics are trash. Like every game, it's always been this. Honestly, the mechanics in Red Dead Redemption 1 were better than 2. So, seriously, who are these people that are in this fantasy world where it's like, oh no, everything is legit, everything is face value? Nothing is face value. Doctors are not there to get you medication. They're there so that they can have a nice car and a big house so that they can judge your kids as trash. That's why. Not so they can keep you safe, protect you. They don't care about you. The cops, they don't care about you. Have you ever been pulled over? Then why do I need to convince you that the earth is flat? Oh, have you been drinking today? Oh. Shut the fuck up. Dude, did I swerve? Then just go away. Go away. Nope, we need police to keep us safe from ourselves so that we don't go 5 miles an hour over the speed limit. Yeah, good one. Have you ever been to the park with your dog? You can't get your dog out of here. I'm gonna call the police. Bitch, I don't need to tell you that the earth is flat in order for you to know that something's going wrong. It's obvious. You can't tell? Bro, go driving around your city and find somebody actually off their ass doing something, actually working. Not writing someone a ticket, doing something useful. Seriously, try to find it. You might if there's a factory in town, you're going to have to go into the factory to find anybody working because nobody works. Nobody does anything. Poor people will do something in a factory, but that's it. Middle class, no, they don't lift a finger for nothing. They just drink their macchiatos and whatever their pointless lives are about. I don't even understand them, really. Oh, is the earth flat? Do I really need to tell you any evidence? Let's forget the fact that you walk outside your door and the earth is flat. Let's just ignore that. If the video games that you buy are a scam, if the police that you pay for are a scam, seriously, have you ever seen anyone get murdered? Oh, me neither. Been all over this country. Never even seen a high-speed chase. I drove for a living all over the country. Not even sure where all these police chases are occurring. I don't have any idea because basically you never see this stuff in your life. What's your evidence that the earth is flat? What is your evidence of anything? Does that make sense? Why don't you establish your beliefs before you come and question mine? Doesn't that make sense? Seriously, once you get to the fact, like, if you can get one of these retard fucking globers to actually pay attention for long enough to figure out that they actually don't have any information, then it's over. Now, why can't these losers figure it out themselves? They're retards. Okay? Democracy can't work. People are too dumb. Having a leader cannot work. People take advantage. And since people are too dumb to check those people that take advantage, it doesn't work. It didn't work. Capitalism. We need to save capitalism. No, we don't. It did not work. Hundreds of years of capitalism, and we didn't even figure out the earth was flat. It's useless. It's a pointless system. It doesn't work. Nobody does anything useful. unless you consider making plastic garbage that's going to fall apart the first time you use it useful. I can't figure out the earth is flat, but I just bought this thing from Walmart and it's already broken. But don't worry, definitely no one is trying to take advantage of me. No way. Yeah, you definitely don't work for 60 hours a week, do you? So that, what? So that your family can blame you for it. He was at work all the time. He was never there. He was at work all the time. What a horrible father. Okay, yeah. Yep. He just grew up in a shell, and when he get popped out, he's just like work, 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 work. Why does he do it? We don't know. No one knows. Why does he work so much? We have no idea. He enjoys it. He hates his family, so that's why he goes to work. These people actually believe this type of shit. There's not really any getting through to these fucking losers. There really isn't. Like, there really isn't. Oh, on Benjamin's show the other day, 3,500 people in the audience couldn't come up with even one proof that they live on a ball. Meanwhile, they're all like, "Oh, retard! You can't figure out. You need to read a book, you retard." Okay, what's your proof? Inertia. Go fuck yourself, you fucking losers. Jesus Christ, you people are so fucking dumb. You think I'm out of control? You think this is nonsense? Like, Jesus Christ, we're in a life where people are all believing the exact opposite of everything. Everything. People have been going around arguing whether Chevys are better than Fords. They're both aluminum garbage. Okay? Let me settle this for you. Oh, is Ford better than Chevy? It's all the same garbage made to last 5 to 10 years, and that's it. If you don't wreck it first, because you're so dumb you can't even figure out fucking traffic. Seriously, when was the last time you went to a four-way intersection and the people actually knew what the fuck they were doing? Of course these people are not going to be able to figure out the earth is flat. Are you kidding me? They, like, seriously, give me one task that these losers have actually been able to excel at other than being slaves. Okay, they're real good at doing what they're told and coercing each other into doing what they're fucking told. You need to get a job. Why? Does that help humanity if I go and fucking flip burgers? No, it does not. Go, you know, these women in our lives, people are like, respect women, respect women. And yet, the only position that they ever come from is one of fear. Like, oh, you need to go and do work so that because I'm scared of the government. You need to go. Don't say that because I'm scared how the neighbors look at me. Just say this so that everybody thinks we're great. Like, I have no problem with women. Okay, they're great. They need to be part of the family and everything. But control, has it worked? Has just answer me that. Has it worked? All these women with all their supposed freedom, and it's not really freedom. It's just the ability to kill someone else's freedom. It's not like they're doing anything free. They're just going to work, not being free, and, paying taxes for services that are not rendered. You know, it's like when you go to the police station and they start hassling you. It's like, bitch, I'm paying to be hassled. Of course, I'm paying to teach my children the opposite of reality. It's the only way. That's the deal. Is if you go down the route of truth, then you have to do things based on whether it's right or wrong. That's a problem. Okay? Seriously, that is a problem because that means if I do what's right, then that means that I have to give up every bit of advantage I could have stolen from you. Okay? So the only thing that we cannot do is what's right. That's the only thing. Okay? You don't get rich by doing what's right. So people want to be like, "Oh, Are you a big scientist with a big lobby? No, because someone stole from you and they have so much extra wealth because they do not work for a living that they built a big building. And now they use it against you. Now your beliefs go with it too. So not only did they steal from you to get the building, but now you're brainwashed by the building. I mean, this magic is no joke. It's all spells. Lies are a spell. You tell a lie, you start setting up this whole fantasy land in someone's mind so that you can manipulate them to do whatever you want. Buildings are a spell. You don't believe me? How do you feel when you go into a building that has a huge lobby? Lobbies are pointless. You know that, right? I mean, there's like, you need room for a line, but that's not what these people are doing. They're just building big lobbies so that you'll be impressed. You trust these people because they build big lobbies with your money. It, it's so ridiculous. Just to even point it out, the globe is the dumbest lie possible. It's such nonsense. You have to believe you have to believe in complete fairy tale nonsense to think that you live on a globe. It's 100% crazy. Like, oh no, things suck to each other. Do they? That's horrible because I just put a table next to a fridge and I don't want it to suck into the fucking fridge. Oh yeah, it's a vacuum. I don't even know what to say. Because then you look at the flat earthers. Are they any smarter? I mean, clearly emotionally they're intelligent, right? They can figure out that these two things do not line up. So clearly there's something right about them. But are they smart? No, not really. Fucking idiots. How long have people been saying that the moon makes its own light? No evidence for it. There is zero evidence for it. So then I go into these flat Earth chat room, YouTube videos and see the chat rolling down the side. And I see people engaging with trolls. Like, you fucking retard. Don't you know that we fight computers? They just pop in and say, why do the stars rotate in this direction? They just pop in and say that. And then when you say, well, hey, how can a vacuum be next to a non vacuum? Then they just move on. They just move on to the next thing because it's just a computer. It's not even a fucking person. Even if it is a person, it's not really like they're alive. They're retarded. 100%. Flat earthers are retarded. Okay? But globers literally are not even on the scale yet. They're so fucking dumb. Seriously. It's like, how could a person ever possibly make a correct choice when their entire world is nothing but a fantasy? And that's what we got going on. That's why no one's making any good choices. People sign up to be cops. Why? Who's seen a cop do anything useful? I haven't. I've never seen it. I've never once seen a cop do anything useful. So what kind of a piece of shit child is like, oh, I want to be a cop, and then doesn't grow out of it? Like, bro, you were watching TV shows and they made cops look like they were not scumbags. Great. But now you're back in the real world. So let's move back to the real world where, no, these are just users. They do not want to work. They're allergic to digging holes. That's it. That's all there is to it. It's the craziest thing. Why would anyone lie? Is my house a different size than your house? Yeah, it is. Then maybe that's a reason to lie, huh? Nope, nope, nope. We all live in a vacuum. That's what these people think. We live in a vacuum. I've been telling the people on my Facebook for years that the earth is flat. And what that means is that most of them banned me, blocked me, because they can't they don't have brains whatsoever, really. They've been snorting fluoride their whole lives, and they can't think about anything. They just don't have any brains whatsoever, which is so weird because it's like, what is trusting got us? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and do your 12 years of school so that what? You can pop out at 18 and what? You got no money? And yet that's what the world revolves around is money. You have to have money. So 12 years I've been working and it's not really like I learned anything. I can't weld. I mean, I can, but by the time I finish school, you can't weld, you can't do you can't figure out the watts to ohms, you can't do anything. No, there's definitely not a conspiracy. These fucking idiots have just been trapping me in a room claiming that they're teaching me something, and yet when I look around, the students all have to cheat off each other. Even if the theory worked, in practice it doesn't work. The theory is obviously nonsense. You're not going to learn from people that have never succeeded. Teachers are losers. By definition, it's basically like you've never done anything, and so go and get a job repeating the stupid shit that you learned when you were learning to not be worth anything, which, get your head around that one. But whatever. These people love it. Why? Because we have this society that's based off not working. And everyone that doesn't have to work is seriously a conspirator. So if you know a counselor, that's a conspirator. That's a shill. They don't know that the earth is flat. They're too stupid to figure that out. But they are a shill. They will do you dirty if given half the chance. They don't know who they are, what they're doing, where they are. So it's really just as basic and simple and obvious as that. Teacher. I've been telling my cousin about the earth being flat, and he was, oh, what was he? I don't know. A provost or some shit like that. Some superintendent or some shit like that for schools. And you know what he has to say? Nothing. I say, hey, all of science is a religion, and it's pretty much not even true. None of the ideology that they've given us is real. None of it. Not the evolution stuff, not the fake space stuff, none of it. And then the news is fake too. So what do they say? Duh. I mean, this is an educator. He's retired from the education field. I find it so ridiculous. You need to understand that the entire country is full of these worthless human beings. They're all worthless. No one's accomplishing anything. If everyone's actually doing work that actually produces something, perfect, fine, great. It works out. Not us. Uh-uh. We're doing something else. We're doing this thing where hardly anybody works. We just basically get 10, 15% of the population to actually work, to actually take the dangerous jobs, not police work, mind you, construction. That's a dangerous job. Police work is a safe job. Everyone kisses your ass and gives you free coffee. You sit around all the time. You never even get splinters. Okay? It's not even work. People think that I'm nuts for saying that you actually have to produce in order for it to be work. They really do. People think that being a counselor is a job. It's not a fucking job. That's a hobby. And unfortunately, you're not doing it out of the goodness of your heart. You're doing it for money so that you don't have to get any splinters. I mean, listen, if we could just start being honest about everything, the flat earth, all this stuff goes away. Like all of it, if we could just start being real. The thing that's in everyone's face is the earth. So we should start there. Unfortunately, these people refuse to look. They won't. I mean, my book, How to Tell Time by the Moon, clearly spells out the situation. It's 100% impossible that we're living on a spinning ball. 100% scientifically, it's just impossible. You verify it from your porch. It's not debatable. However, these people don't have the gumption to try and buck the system. You notice that these people's beliefs are always the same as what they were given, and then they'll be like, "Well, everybody has their own opinion." Right. That's what they told you. It's real ironic that your everybody's opinion is always the exact same as what we hear coming across with the virtue signaling on the news and these different stories that Hollywood is putting out there. It's real, yeah, it's just a coincidence, I'm sure, isn't it? Don't you think it is a coincidence? The toughest part about this whole situation is that the more you know, the less connected you will be to all of the people around you. The more you understand about all of the trannies in Hollywood and all of the false flags and how science is just nonsense, these things all disconnect you from people because if you've ever seen like a bell curve, the most intelligent people are not going to be in the majority. And it's crazy that it's taking the most intelligent people on the planet to figure out that the Earth is just exactly as you see it. It is so ridiculous. But, you know, it's in the Bible. This is the Antichrist system. There's there's literally no getting around it. They've literally changed up from down. You know, the people in Australia that are upside down, faith can move mountains. Faith the size of a mustard seed can move mountains, right? Well, it did. We're post that. People are like, no, I'm not a Christian. Are you kidding? The Bible laid all this stuff out. How does that even make sense? It's definitely something to consider because while people are out there trying to convert the whole world to the flat earth, if we actually trust the Bible, that's not really what it seems to be calling for. Possibly it is. I mean, Jesus Christ is the truth, and then Jesus died on the cross, so the truth died, and now this may possibly be the resurrection of the truth of Christ. So there's definitely something to all that. I don't know what it means though. So when I read the Bible, it doesn't seem to allude to this concept of people choosing truth. It doesn't seem like that. And I can I can see that. I mean, if you go to a Jeranism show, his chat is slowly rolling along. You know, this is years. We've known that the Earth was flat for years. And still, people are more interested in the latest terrible video game. So this isn't ever going to pick up. I I don't think. You can go ahead and believe that it is. That would be fantastic if the world would come out of this. I don't believe that though. I think that actually I'm just not going to be having any kids. I'm not going to be, because it's my kids' lives that are on the line. And unfortunately, my kids' lives are going to be dependent on your kids' lives and these counselors' kids' lives. And I don't have any evidence that these people are ever going to get better in any way. Years down the road, people are scared to say that they're a flat earther. It's like, what? It's outside your door. Like, you retards. It's just like hopeless retardation. Like, it's right outside your door. And you just, no, no, no. I've been watching these cartoons. I'm up to date on all the NASA cartoons. And it's definitely just, no, it's impossible. I mean, you really have to consider when you're going about your actions, are we converting the population? I don't think we are. I I think that we're just getting to those few people that still have a little bit of individuality left, and eh, I don't know. I mean, the thing online is so sick. It's like some of these people actually watch Red's rhetoric, and at the end of it, they actually found confirmation in their beliefs or something. Like, it's totally sick. Like, what? Red's rhetoric is basically a kid, and he's never done a bit of science in his life. So, what? But you can't come at these people with any logical, like, seriously, these people are they're the cesspool. Really, they're the swamp. Like, it's not their fault, kind of, but yeah, it is. Because they've known the whole time. So, what's this video about? Yeah, it's kind of ranty, huh? I don't know what to tell you. I'm at this point where I have dealt with people in my life so much that I do not believe in them at all. Not at all. I mean, these people can't figure out the Earth is flat. They can't figure out how to. They can't figure out the video game systems are a hoax. It's literally pointless trying to get through to these people. I don't know if that's our calling. I don't know. I do know that I don't want to have any kids in this world. That's impossible. That's not a choice. I'm not here to raise up some sacrifices for you. That's not how it's going to work. So, you want a society that's all like this, that enjoys this? Fine. It can be your cult member, your kids. It can be your children, all right? And then they can eat each other. More fucking nonsense out of Facebook. I literally hate all my friends. I do. I hate them. They're so stupid. I'm like, hey, this is important. And they're like, duh, I'm gonna play Fortnite. Like, good. Leave me the fuck out of it. Go fuck yourself. I'm telling you what's important here. Because you can't figure it out. That's why. Because remember how you never brought me anything? Remember that? Unless you're Eric Dubay, you've never brought me anything. So, yeah, it's ranty. Is it all important? Does it need to be said? Does somebody have to say these things? Nobody mentions. Like, dude, none of it's a secret. It's not a secret that the cops don't work for you. That's not a secret. Yes, in America, you have lots of rights, allegedly. They're going to take them away from you at the first opportunity. So you goddamn well better know your rights. And even then, it's probably not even going to help that much. Maybe. I don't know. Do you guys have any advice? I'm trying to figure out how to be Christian when literally I see these posts come across Facebook and I just want to tell them, like, hey, shut the hell up. People actually have something to say. And maybe if your voice wasn't there, they'd be hearing it. Making your fart jokes. These people love farts. How many likes am I going to get? How many likes on Facebook? Playing my game. Okay? You know what you should do, though? Go to How to Tell Time by the Moon and learn that shit so that then you're better. Remember all these gurus for the last decades? All these decades of gurus, and what did they teach us? Nothing. Remember? Taught us to be limp dicks and just fucking do what your woman tells you, and just that's it. That's life. So many gurus. Okay, go to How to Tell Time by the Moon. Links in the description. And learn something. Thanks for watching. If you made it to the end of this, you're a badass. And if you didn't, then whatever, you know. We need to separate from you people. Not not that you have to watch this to be enlightened or anything like that. I'm not saying that. However, we do need to start separating from these people. Like these idiots have had the chance. What is our job? I don't. uh, If you've got advice, something real, not just like, oh, it would be fantastic if everybody loved each other and never. Yeah, well, here's my love for you is that I am not interested in your shit. I'm telling you that the earth is fucking flat. You need to get off your lazy goddamn ass and think for a change. That has to happen. Okay? That's my love for you. If you don't get better, we're all going down with this. All of it. All of humanity. All of humanity forever. That's your children. That's everything. So